Fury, man, another standout player here for London Spitfire. So much talent on this roster, but Fury has really outperformed the opposition on that diva. He's staying alive, not taking the damage, and keeping the pressure on. That's a great target to find himself on, though. Putting the pressure on the Mercy. Definitely want to make sure that Kalios doesn't have too much room to maneuver.
Yeah, great body block attempt right there. The Mercy is able to get by, able to slim her way through. One of the ultimates does come out for the side of London. That is Resurrection, so everyone's going to be back to life. They end up taking down Kalios in this fight, which actually might be a bit of a silver Spitfire.
Yeah, sure enough, we're going to find out, because already the kills here. Kalios will be alive, and he's already put that valve to use, bringing his teammates back into the fight. Jester's still alive with the Primal Rage, though, and he might decide to use it. He is still hanging in here, but there it is. Finally decides to break the glasses and give it a go.
Kasper was able to take down his opposition in that fight, but this is so back and forth. Trades was going to try to dip down and get a little bit of that healing. He will barrage! Takes down Hurek yet again, and DreamKazper owns the sky.
Wow, sets it up for the kill on Jester as well. Losing a bit of that stall timing. However, DreamKazper still staying alive, trying to pressure that back line, trying to get some damage in, but he eventually gets hunted down by Fury in the skies. Fitting demise for him. Fury, though, he's in a bit of a tight spot, and he might get caught here by the Boston.
Note just had 3 eliminations by himself. Someone who's not seen a ton of play on this roster as he's
Opportunities here for a good self-destruct, and he decides to commit immediately.
all the way to the back lines. We'll see if he can find anything. No, a great retreat, and they all hide under the Winston bubble to get out of that. Meanwhile, though, Fury taken out of this fight. Nope, takes down Gesture, so both tanks out of this fight. A lot of space for DreamKazper.
Pulls the trigger just a second too quick, but the focus fire is there! Striker there to back him up, and Gamsu as well. 2 big kills coming through. Birdring will take down Neko in the meantime, and DreamKazper so far reigns supreme. The trance is out to buy a bit more time, and we're into overtime now. The wick is burning, and Boston Uprising, they need to stay alive, but Fury taking out the back line with the self-destruct.
Gesture finally pops that Primal Rage, and he will knock people about just trying to buy a little bit of time for the rest of his team. But when the focus fire is there, 1,000 HP doesn't last long. Completion of the map for the Boston Uprising. More pressure on the points as they try to pop off. That's Pulse Bomb, and it does stick on Gamsu, forces out the early resurrection.
Fury here with the self-destruct option. Could try to use it to create a bit more space, and no, he's just going to use it for the fresh mech and trying to catch him out, but Striker is there to beat him to death. And now Dosa moving in. He's got the Discord Orbs sailing out. So much damage increase there, but it's not going to be enough. And Boston Uprising, they do manage to repel the attack for now, but another tick has been picked up here for London Spitfire.
Damage have transcend for this fight. They're just going to use it.
Immediately looking for that early pick to swing the fight their way. Striker is there to take down Birdring, but Fury trades that kill immediately. DreamKazper with attack visor, but the shield is up, negating the damage. And now it's just DreamKazper really not able to get too much out of that ultimate apart from the zone.
Oh, they completely shut down that ultimate, and now they will all fall. Dosen looking for a couple of more kills, will find some help above.
And behind, just drop that ultimate onto the back line, and he might try and do it as well. That's really going to put the pressure on. Maybe he doesn't even need to, though. Just annihilating him point blank.
Boston went all in on that fight as well. Kalios did top his Valkyrie trying to keep his team alive, but they got so cut in half by this man.
Say Transcend is going to be used, and they can try and push it forward here if he wants. He's trying to keep his teammates alive, though, and not committing to the payload just yet. And the flash surprise. Fury looking for the hunt, looking for the punish, but it's not going to be happening here just yet. He will eventually catch DreamKazper out. The Cree's so slow, it's so hard for him to get out of harm's way.
There's another Valkyrie on the field for the London Spitfire. That Mercy has not had her wings clipped very often in this fight. They will take down Vidosin yet again. They're trying to get to this back line, but every time they get one, they just get brought back to life.
This is all on Hurek, though, just staying alive. You can tell his positioning is key. He's trying to stay in the back line behind his tank, which will allow him to do exactly this. Just keep hitting the headshots. Misses his flash, though, and that's a big deal. He should fall here, but the focus fire not quite there for Boston. Hurek, how is he still alive?
And they're going to piggyback these onto each other. That allows you to use damage boost on Valkyrie over the top while everyone's healing on the ground. Birdring has supports in his sights, finds Kalios. That is huge.
That is the big kill right here. Birdring with that target acquisition, staying on top of it. Gonna be able to get back here to allow his teammates to heal him up as well, and this could be the turning point. London Spitfire on the brink of tying it up 3-3, and they pull it off in the end. And this is exactly it. Both tanks dive up immediately, forcing him back, forcing him to give ground and not hide behind the shield. And DreamKazper there to decapitate those that already. Note finds the kill. Both of the backline are dead now for Spitfire. How do you hold?
They outthought themselves. They played themselves right there. Kasper generally goes up, so you saw both of the supports vacate that area, expecting it when both the tanks went up there. Kasper noticed it, just went right after the...
They did not get the start that they were looking for. Boston Uprising looking to continue to apply the pressure, and Striker's already got the pulse. Gets the D-Mech, perhaps? No, not quite. Just on the nick there. Neck was able to pick it up.
An enormous kill right there to take down Nuss on the other side of things, as Kalios has used his own Valkyrie. They are so much healthier right now. Nako goes down, Nako back to life, and Boston rampaging through Anubis.
And already you have the Winston to block off 1 point there for the offense. The defense not quite able to get out, and just like that,
different style than they're really used to. It's a beautiful headshot on the entry. He baits out the Mercy, misses that follow-up shot though.
Oh, that would have been a huge kill, and now the follow-up here as well. They are going to give ground, but no! Birdring just takes a bite to him! No mercy! Not a shred of it! Gamsu is dead! And the reflect already used. There is nothing to stop Birdring in his reign of terror now. Although a blade to the face just might do it. DreamKazper, he commits the ult. Fantastic play from him, and it's Rascal now just trying to stay alive.
This blade...
Regardless, we have Rascal in play now with the Dragon Blade going for the slice and dice, hardly getting anything out of it. Kalios not going to make it out alive though. He did get sliced once at least, and Jester's able to capitalize. Now it's just Note kind of, crouching in the corner, hoping that they don't see him.
Trying to buy a little bit of time to make sure that his defense can get in the proper composition that they want.
Boston, they have the tools necessary.
Now a little bit of switch up, but Kasper has gone back onto the Genji, and I don't think they were expecting it. An immediate dash through Rascal will take him down. They've used the one resurrection on Rascal. Doshin down, not brought back to life just yet. They wait for the last second to bring him back. And now London has a little bit of a footing here.
There's the opening, and they still have the trance in play as well here from Doshin. Rascal has committed the Dragon Blade as well. He's looking to get some chopping going, and sure enough, he will find Note in the end. But it will be traded out. Somehow Note gets the self-destruct kill on him.
I thought he was around the corner. I imagine that he thought he was around the corner as well. As Rascal falling means that they will not have a counter to this. Dragon Blade comes in and beautifully timed transcend.
Oh, sick prioritization here from Doshin. Completely cancels out DreamKazper's ultimate. That's exactly how you want to use it if you're Zenyatta.
One of the only ultimates on the field.
This is outright chaos, and this is exactly where you want to be right now. Maybe London can be able to pull ahead exactly with Nuss there to bring his teammates back to life with the Valkyrie. Gamsu will find Doshin. Finally, that Zenyatta is dead, and Striker still in this fight, getting very close to a pulse bomb, but he will get caught. Rascal hunts him down mercilessly, and eventually, London Spitfire will pick up the second point. Wind will begin to burn, and overtime is underway. London Spitfire need to keep that presence going on the point, need to keep tapping it, need to keep staying alive, but DreamKazper is there to ruin their hopes and dreams. Fury will get D-Max, commits the self-destruct, but it's not in a very solid position at all, and Nuss will be there to bring his teammate back to life. Now is the turning point, now is the moment for London Spitfire to shine, but DreamKazper continues to reign supreme. He is still here.
A little too spread out was that Spitfire offense. The Transcend came, but for no avail, was unable to save anyone. And Boston able to use their support ultimates. Seems like they've locked London Spitfire out of first points. Yet another hero, I believe his 6th so far, and that is a huge kill. That's 2 huge kills.
That is the play that can make all the difference. Nuss is gone. They've lost Jester as well. Boston, take a deep breath and just finish them at this point because you have got every advantage. Oh, DreamKazper missing a couple of clean shots there. That could have been it. Doshin shouldn't be long for this world, though. Gamsu able to stomp him into the ground, and the first point about to take over. Boston Uprising. Gonna try and find that pick on him eventually. Striker dancing. He's still alive. Nearly has the pulse as well, so we'll see when he decides to get that into the pipe. Doshin could be in for a bad time, but instead it's for Doshin who finds the kill. Successful defense so far for London. Spitfire will see if they can react quickly enough. Hureg with the flashbang should be able to counter him. That is the goal eventually. Striker and Note finding the kills. That's the backline again. Boston sticking to the game plan here, and they are making it work. Things are going to get pretty dicey now for the Spitfire. Pull the trigger, actually make it happen. There we go. The flash combo into the headshot, and Hureg is there to take down Striker to start things off, but he will get caught by DreamKazper. That dash just goes dicing right through him.
Valkyrie will bring Hureg back to life, so that's putting the rest of the team on notice of that Cowboy. Very low as the Winston up top, has to jump down before he gets pressured down. Meanwhile, London has snuck the point back. They're holding on to their Valkyrie. Can Kalios get here on time to stall it out? No, zoning Deadeye. London will take first. They you want to use for the support ultimates.
There's the barrage getting used though. DreamKazper again managing to find the pick on Hurek, but this time Nuss is there to get the res immediately, and no, catches Birdring out in the open with the self-destruct. That's gonna throw a wrench in things. It's looking like Boston will be able to turn it their way. They have the man advantage, but Birdring continues to fight back, continues to pick up frag after frag. He is making the difference for his team. But it's all about buying time now, and DreamKazper looking for the rocket. Not quite gonna find it just yet. Oh, that's so frustrating. Bring his teammates back into the fight. Hurek getting batted into the corner like a sandbag. Gamsu will pick up the kill, but Striker was there to help. And there's the pulse bomb going to work.
They do resurrect Hurek, they have to. He needs to hit 1 or 2 more shots so that he can get Deadeye and try to neutralize the opponent's team. Kalios did die before Valkyrie was able to come off though. That means if they can simply stall, Boston would be able to get back on the point with their own Valkyrie. Very much the same reason, not running the ideal composition here, but it is desperation time. Looking for a blind charge in through the corner. Boston has taken the map back. Now the onus on London to just keep bodies on the point.
And eventually the kills come through, and it will be a tied situation going into the 3rd point. He's getting shot in the back though, gotta be careful. But DreamKazper there to get the pick on Birdring. That's a strong start. Hurek going the back line, has been spotted. DreamKazper does the job, wins the fight, and there's the opportunity. There's the opening for Boston.
Valkyrie's in this fight.
Striker doing a good job of staying alive, remaining a threat. He will get the D-Mech eventually, and he's still here to contest this point. Question of whether DreamKazper will be able to make it back in time, but no, he gets clipped in the end. And so this is a fight that's looking fairly good, although he refuses to say die. Shuts down the back line, and that gives him a chance at least to stay alive a little bit longer.
Just a stall out coming here from...
That was a bit dicey though, and eventually Birdring is there to collect the kill. DreamKazper once again laid low, but Kalios is there to bring him back into life. Nuss, however, will get the reses on Gesture as well. This is gonna get a bit long, a bit drawn out. Striker looking for an opportunity to hit the pulse bomb. He knows which target. He knows where his bread gets buttered. He wants to, well, annihilate Notion, but it's not gonna happen. Decides to back it off and instead leave the work to Gamsu.
An opportunity there as they resurrected Bidoshin so that they could bring back the transcending Zenyatta. But Kasper died in such an odd position that it's going to be difficult for him to get there. Kalios does find DreamKazper, able to bring him back to life, as with Gamsu. Now might be the time for the blade. If not now, then when?
Exactly, you gotta pull the trigger, and there it is, sure enough, he's decided to use it. There's 1, there's 2, backline, and a tank under pressure as Bidoshin gets picked up by Neko as well. Self-destruct a bit too far there, not quite gonna have the impact that Fury was hoping for, and that will be a 2nd point cap. Time as that wig now begins to burn for Boston Uprising, and the kills come raining through, but Kalios is there with the wings, and DreamKazper there to chop Notion in half.
DreamKazper has been so hard in the back line. Every time he busts out blades, supports simply fall to the side of it, and they will continue to push.
And there it is, the trance comes into play, instantly countered. Prophet, hack and slash, gonna do nothing at all. Kalios is alive, even gets the bold res right in the middle of everything.
I have no idea how Kalios does it. Neko also comes alive, takes down Prophet with a swift orb to the dome. Self-destructs on this point here. Fury will take down his counterparts.
This is unreal. How are they still in this? The long, drawn-out fight. Both supports still in it, obviously, for London Spitfire. Those heals churning, and somehow they do not stay on the point in the end. Boston, they were not.
Exact sweet revenge by taking out DreamKazper, an even fight thus far.
Finally, but Striker's still alive here on the point itself. Gamsu punches Birdring into oblivion, and there's the whole hog, forcing Fury back. This is fantastic work coming out here from Boston. Despite the fact that they've lost Dream, it doesn't mean that they are any less lethal. Neko showing he will get shot in the face eventually, though, and he is dying. Prophet burning out, poisoned to death. And so Prophet will have no say, not for now at least. A bit too far away from Nuss as well, who has popped the wings, but will not be able to get the res. And still, however, the kills just keep coming through here for London.
Should have enough here, but now D-Mech happens. They're able to take down Neko there. Just trying to buy a little bit of time. These tanks on the card are not going to be able to do it. Offense eventually with the reinforcements will take first point. But I have to reiterate that
Alex caught out in the open, bit of a dicey spot for him. And Birdring, oh, going for the quick play! Styling! Kalios is gone. Definitely did not see that coming, and neither did we. What a play from Birdring.
900 IQ.
With it, rallying. They've got the wings out now as well, Kalios. You need to stay alive, but again, Ocean with a big kill, and then uses the chance as well to keep his teammates in this fight. And London Spitfire, they have a real chance of tying things up 2-2.
Getting in here, and even though the defender's advantage should come in quick, all these kills coming in, huge gesture will go down, but not enough. Who runs Junkertown? Spitfire.
And there it is. We will have the Discord going out onto the big angry monkey, no problem there. He is going to try and buy the time, Gamsu, but he needs to get on the point, needs to have some kind of impact here as Ocean gets, well, there you go. That'll do it. 2 kills for Gamsu, and that could turn the tide here for Boston.
Ocean shown off the edge into the carp pool. Kalios will fall in turn.
So there is an opportunity. Kalios wastes no time at all to bust out the wings and hope to turn the tide for his team, but it's not going to happen. He will get the res on Gamsu, but his teammates are dropping left and right around him.
They're only able to use the res to bring it back to even, not to wrestle an advantage in this fight. Now with Doshin out over from Gamsu, and DreamKazper finds the shape of water down below. Nuss falls in this fight as well, though.
This is all over the place, Hex. This is back and forth. It does look like, for now, who is actually going to be able to get this done? They're both at 99%, and Striker pulls ahead. Takes down his counterpart, takes down his opponent. Gesture trying to stay alive as best he can, just long enough to get the Primal Rage going, and now he'll be able to buy a whole bunch of time. Nako, careful, doesn't want to get batted off the edge of the cliff, and he just goes for the trance to stay alive.
And forces it out. He knew that he had support on the point. Gesture did, so he didn't have to go back there and pull it off. However, all of London falling in this fight. Boston.
Get back to his supports. They need to keep him alive, and they will. And he has the Deadeye now as well to continue buying time. Needs to worry about that self-destruct that is going to go in the corner, and he just barely makes it. Never mind! DreamKazper's there to get the kill.
Forced off of the point and forced into a samurai sword.
All subs now is really Boston. They have all of the cards in their hand. They are ready to take the fight to him, and Notion is already dropped the point, about to take over. There's Nuss with the Valkyrie, with the reses, keeping his teammates alive, keeping their hopes alive.
All reses out for both Valkyries. Next deaths will be permanent and will be absolutely crucial. Fury down, Nako now out of this fight. There goes the opposing Zenyatta. There's another resurrection from Nuss. Actually, he just uses Valkyrie. Excuse me, I thought he used it.
Oh, he's chopping them left and right. DreamKazper doing tremendous damage, forcing them back, and he's already onto his target now. Nuss needs to stay alive, needs to keep his teammates alive as well, more importantly, but DreamKazper is not interested in that whatsoever, and the wick is burning. Boston Uprising, they've done it! 3-2 victory over the Spitfire. They've knocked them out of the sky, and they've ended the streak.
Boston is uprising.